What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Kart 63. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. Real quick before we get into the video, if you didn't mind hitting a like on the video, just as a support type of thing. If you're new here, if you didn't mind subscribing to the channel, that would be super cool. I really appreciate every single one of you subscribers. Even if you don't subscribe, welcome. I really wish you would. That'd be super. But we are here again. It is Thursday, and honestly, this one and maybe next week, and then the track tech series is done. Only because that's all I have in my arsenal. It's pretty much. I'll double check, but I have this one and then another one, and I'm pretty sure that's the end of that. I could be wrong. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do from here on out. Maybe I'll do, quicker tips, or maybe I'll just go to 2 videos a week, or I don't know. Who knows? It's really kind of up to me whether I want to do stuff or not. So anyway, we are going to talk about Track Tech Diamond today. Just up front, this is not a product I use a ton, but I do have a little bit of experience with it. Okay, here we are, Track Tech Diamond, and as you'll see when I zoom this up close. This puppy has been around for a little bit. It has been in my trailer. It has been in my shop. It has kind of been around. This is for me, a very specific type of track prep. Now, there are people that run on these tracks. I just don't run on them a ton. And sometimes I would find myself experimenting with this prep to see how well it worked on the typical stuff I run. And it does okay, but I think there might be better alternatives for this, or this might be the alternative to the other ones that doesn't work as well. Anyway, from what I know, this is like a Midwest type track. Now, I've only been on one Midwest track, and that was Lasosky, Missouri. The Grand Nationals were out there one year, drove out halfway across the country to go get to them. And that was a Maxxis track. That was a typical, it's a Southern style, in my opinion, for tire prep, for Maxxis, for, whatever, to get around that track. But I do understand the concept behind that Midwest type track. So when I say Midwest type track, I'm talking about a lower content of clay, maybe a little more dirt, maybe some sand, that real mealy type of track. That's where I think this was designed for, and what I've used it for. I have been on tracks kind of around here, or like an off night for a track. If the surface is starting to break up a little bit and you're looking for some traction, this one works really well for that. So I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. So it's not hard with dust on it, and it's not soft that's breaking up, because you still use a soft tire. But that medium grade type of track, that medium hardness type of track, that seems that when you're going on, your tires kick up some of the surface. So like a black line never actually pops up. So it's going to be kind of up to you to find that perfect type of track that this type of prep works the best on. Now, it is fairly aggressive, so keep that in mind. I'd put this probably in the 5 range. I've prepped tires with this previous to a race, so the not the pre-race wipe, but the pre coming into the week. I've done a couple, 2-3 coats, and then taken the tires there, and they did phenomenally. It performed much like a GK1, but a little different to me. It's just my opinion. Maybe some of you have had more experience with this. I see Rough Cut Diamond on that. There was one formula that came out first, and then they changed the formula a little, and then put these stickers on here that Rough Cut. This is probably 5 years old. I don't even know. There's still. It goes to show you that I don't use it all that often, but I do keep it with me, because you never know what a track is going to throw at you. That goes as far as tires. I'm an open tire guy, being on UAS, which means I can run any tire at any track, regardless of whether they're Burst track, Vega track, Maxxis track, whatever they are. But it is always a good idea to carry other kinds of tires with you, just because maybe Mother Nature throws something, your way type of thing. The same goes with prep. It's always good to carry along something that maybe, you're for certain it's going to be a black sand type of track. Well, what if maybe it rained 2-3 days ahead of time and the track starts to break up and it isn't that hard, compact, type of surface that you're looking for. You would use black sand on. Maybe it starts to break apart, and maybe this would be something good to have along for the ride to actually get a hold of that. Something a little more aggressive to get a hold of those mealy type conditions. So there we go. Track Tack Diamond. I've not used this internal. Like I said, I don't want to, put so much, information out there on it, because I really just dabble in when it's good, when it's worked, and when it's been that type of surface, it's worked really well. And I'm like, man, I'm really glad I had that. But is it something that I always use? Not really, but maybe you're in the Midwest. Maybe you're in, part of the country where the track isn't, a hard clay compound. Maybe is it super sandy or dusty, to where a black sand would come in order. Maybe it is that type of track that kind of breaks up, that's a little more aggressive, that needs something to bite through to get grip on your track. So there you go. Track Tack Diamond, another great prep. Just really depends where you're going to run it. So, all right, guys, I always these videos are a little quicker. I don't know where to end them, and I don't want to do an outro. So I'm awkwardly ending the video kind of here. So, all right, guys, I will see you Sunday for another video. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I'll see you then. Later.